With the Edo State governorship elections now in the past, the crisis in the local government area continues to take center stage. This week, 2 chairmen were reportedly impeached by the elected councillors in Uhuwommde and Uhuwommde local government areas. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, Edo State chapter has appealed to President Bola Tinubu, Inspector General of the Police, Kayode Agbetokun, and the traditional institutions to rein in the state government and the House of Assembly to reverse the suspension order placed on the local government council chairman before the situation snowballs into a major political crisis in the state. The state chairman of the party, Dr. Tony Aziegbemi, appealed while speaking on what he entitled Extermination of Constitutional Democracy in Edo during a press briefing in Benin. He said despite the ruling of the court and the warnings by President Bola Tinubu through the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi San, the state governor has kept on instigating the removal of the council chairman. Well, joining us on the show this morning to discuss the latest developments in Edo State is Prince Emmanuel Odigie, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Edo State. Good morning and welcome to the program, Prince Emmanuel Odigie.
Good morning, everybody. Good to have you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Let me quickly make a correction. You know, today in Edo, there's no progressive Democrats that wants to be associated with APC anymore. I'm no longer of the APC based on the happenings in Edo and Nigeria. The lawlessness, the total disregard for the rule of law, and the Constitution, you know, under the leadership of Senator Monday Okpebholo. I'm first of all disappointed that the press did not report the barbaric act that took place in Uhuwommde local government yesterday. Yesterday was the first day at work in Nigeria after the New Year celebration. Men and women, Edo indigenes, citizens of Nigeria, got up, went to work, only for them to get to their offices, to be shot at by thugs, aided by security agencies. I am disappointed that it is not all over the national dailies today. What is wrong with the Nigerian press? What is going on with NUJ, for crying out loud? You need to see the horror that took place in Uhuwommde local government council area yesterday. And there are also plans for them to do the same in Onwa and other council areas today. And nobody is talking about it. Lawlessness, total disregard for rule of law and the Constitution, in spite of the court judgments here and there, Supreme Court rulings, the governor has refused to obey any. And they even said the Attorney General of the Federation does not know what he's talking about. See how they responded to him in Edo. How can we, is this the renewed hope that the president promised us? What is the saying of Edo people to President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? When they said Edo, not be Lagos, I apologize to him on behalf of those Edo youths that came out with that Edo not be Lagos and all whatever. I apologize to him in 2020 on the pages of the national dailies. You know, I am disappointed that under the watchful eyes of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, look, Edo is under siege. The police is not ready to enforce court judgments. Look at the illegality going on. Councillors kidnapped, forced to decamp to APC. One councillor would impeach an elected chairman and vice chairman without due process. Where in the world does such things happen in a democracy? Yeah?
Okay.
All over Edo,
Prince
people are scared and afraid of their lives.
Prince Odigie.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. Happy New Year to you.
Yes, you started by saying you are no longer in the APC. I thought you left APC long ago.
No,
by conduct.
I would not be associated with such a party.
By conduct. Because in the last gubernatorial election in Edo State, you campaigned openly, even on this platform, for the People's Democratic Party. So it's not a new revelation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was clear.
Because I envisage what we are experiencing today.
Well,
I envisage what is happening in Edo today. That was why.
No, the logical question. The logical
and
question.
it's happening.
The logical question will be to ask
yes,
you,
please.
Is this a case of sour grapes? Because, you know, the Edo people, they say they voted for Pawolo. In democracy, you can make whatever choice you like, and you deal with the choice that you have made. So he's the man that is there. Since you didn't support him, there's nothing he will do that you will say is in order. But let me ask you, the chairmen that have been impeached, just hold on.
Can I quickly?
Just hold on. You will have enough time to defend yourself. The local chairmen who you say have been illegally removed since they're, validly elected, as the courts have said, and as the Constitution prescribes under Section 7, what are they themselves doing? Have they gone to court? Because it's Dr. Aziegbemi that is fighting on their behalf now and raising an alarm. What are the affected local government chairmen in Esan, in Uhuwommde, in Uhuwommde? What are they doing? We need to hear from them. But you may put up the defense you want to put up.
Okay.
But I don't expect you to say anything in favor of Pawolo.
Okay, Dr. Abati, I would remind you that as a journalist and a man who is on ground that is well informed and a lawyer yourself, and I'm sure you have seen the various evidences of the massive electoral malpractices that took place in Edo in September 2024. And I'm sure you have seen the international observers report, even the forensic audit report, that the Edo people did not vote for Monday Okpebholo. If they did vote for him, he would not send thugs to begin to shoot at Edo people at their offices. He won't do that. He won't do that. As regards to what the council chairmen are doing, I have seen them address several press conferences. I've seen them go to court. But the police has refused to implement the judgment and the restraining order by the courts. Edo is under siege, Dr. Abati. This is not a joke. And other states and Nigerians are turning blind eyes. It was Rivers State the other day. It's Edo today. And Nigerians are not speaking up. In a democracy, people are being shot at work. What does the governor need to take over local government council for, if not for their resources? He's just barely 2 months in office. He does not even have an ESCO yet. He has not fully constituted his cabinet. All we see, since he came into office, over 100 Edo youths were killed at the court crashes. And today, violence everywhere. We don't need violence. We don't want Edo innocent people's blood spilled all over the places. This is not a renewed hope President Bola Ahmed promised us. This human lives is no more valued. It's zero in Edo today. There's no value for human lives anymore, Dr. Abati. I am pained to my bone marrows. Why are we so barbaric? Where is humanity? Where is empathy? This is a governor that will go to church and dance and praise God. Then the next day you order courtists and thugs to go and start shooting at Edo people, kidnapping councillors to unduly suspend elected chairmen without due process, even with all the court judgments and restraining orders. The House of Assembly member decamping, even haven't signed that if they decamp, they stand the risk of losing their seats. Lawlessness, total disregard for rule of law and the Constitution. How can we continue like this, Dr. Abati? What is Edo NUJ doing? Where are the civil society? Where is Argon? Where are the local government workers' associations? Where is Nigeria Labour Congress? These are their members shot at yesterday. And we have also heard that they are on their way to Onwa as we speak. They will be in Ovia as we speak. They are gathering 2-3 councillors at gunpoint, telling them to decamp to APC. At gunpoint. In the 21st century. And the police is looking the other way. We have gallant officers and men in Edo. And we heard some chairmen told me, Prince, they said order from above, that there's nothing they can do.
Okay, I'd like to bring the conversation back to the source of this issue, which was the allegation that these the local government chairman had not submitted their financial reports, and accusations around embezzlement to the value of almost 50 million naira that was supposed to go towards salaries. Now, whereas that doesn't justify the way the situation has currently degenerated, I'm just curious as to your findings around these accusations. What are your thoughts around this? Because surely one wouldn't think that such a large-scale embezzlement would happen and there wouldn't be some type of action taken, speaking in terms of suspension and so forth. So what's your insight into the issue, the allegation of embezzlement?
Let me thank you very much, and Vimbai. You know, Nigeria, Edo, is a state governed by the rule of law and the Constitution. What does the law say? There are procedures, there are processes to investigate any council chairman that is found wanting, that is, you know, guilty of corruption or any form of embezzlement or misuse of power. There are processes. Were the processes followed? The answer is no. The governor wrote to the House of Assembly, citing a law that is no longer in existence, telling the House of Assembly to suspend the council, 18 council chairmen, guilty of one crime, one sin. The entire 18 local government council chairmen and their vice chairmen, guilty of the same thing. The 18 of them, not one, not two, not 10. The entire 18. And the law in which he cited was no longer in existence. The chief judge of the state has already ruled on that. You know, we are governed by clueless people. People who do not read, who do not understand the meaning of governance, who does not read. Vimbai, I challenge you and I encourage you, as a journalist that you are. Dr. Abati is there. He's a seasoned journalist who knows his onions. Go and verify from the 12th of November that Senator Monday Okpowolo was sworn in as governor of Edo State till date. Go and read all the press releases from the state government. Grammatical errors everywhere. Errors everywhere. You know, you will see they do things lawlessly with total disregard for the rule of law and the Constitution. In everything they have done, they have no regard for the rule of law and the Constitution. So these council chairmen, if they think, what even right does the governor have to tell a council chairman to submit their financial statement to him? If there's any allegation of corruption, there are due processes that should be followed. We know the institutions in Nigeria are gradually collapsing, but it is not total collapse yet. We still have a country that is governed by the rule of law and the Constitution. We still have some institutions that APC has not been able to totally collapse. At least let us do things in an orderly manner, not in this barbaric way of the gun and knives and cutlasses and battle axes. No. Okay. We should all condemn this. I sent the videos and pictures of Edo Nigerians that was attacked at Uhuwommde Council yesterday. I wish you can upload them for Nigerians to see and the world to see what is happening in Edo. Men and women, bullet wounds, even in their breasts, in a woman's breast. Bullet wounds, their head, everywhere, leg,
Prince
blood.
Odigie, Prince.
For what?
Prince.
All to take charge of the resources of the council.
Prince.
I can hear you, Dr.
Yeah,
Abati.
if we check some of the reports, the names that have been mentioned, either in Oman East or Uhuwommde or Uhuwommde, you know, these are names of persons, players involved, whether it's Kadiri, I think I saw a name like Kadiri, I saw a name like Ugiagbe, Midwest, Ogbebo, you know, all these are key players Osarieme,
yes, the chairman of
Daniel Osarieme in Abudu and all that. You know, these are persons at the local government level. Do you have any concrete proof that the persons, you know, working on these impeachments and causing problems, that they are direct agents of Governor Okpewolo? That's one. And the second thing,
evidently clear.
No, just wait, but you must have proof. You can't just allege. Then the second thing is...
I have proof, and I've sent them to your people. I've sent them to your people already.
No, just wait. Yeah, you can describe, you know, the proof, even if my people, as you call them, have not shown that. Now, the second point is that, isn't this the political culture in Edo State? You are now in PDP, I assume. When Governor Obaseki was governor, he had issues also with the Legislative Assembly. In fact, in his own case, he removed the roof of the Edo State House of Assembly. So maybe this is the way you guys play politics. This is the way you play politics in Edo State.
No, at all. We are not barbaric people. No. I take exception to that, Dr. Abati, with all due respect.
Okay, if another time they remove the roof, this time around they are fighting. Isn't that a pattern?
No, Dr. Abati. Dr. Abati, please. I take exception to that. Edo are highly educated, cerebral, peace-loving people. We are not barbaric people. We are not violent people. We are peace-loving, law-abiding people in Edo State. If Gubernatorial Obaseki, when he removed himself and his former deputy governor, removed the Edo State House of Assembly roof, I, Prince Emmanuel Odigie, were one of those in forefront that condemned that barbaric act. I condemned it totally. And his refusal to swear in the 14 House of Assembly members, I condemned it. The evidences are there. I said it on the pages of the national dailies. They are there for you to verify. I do not support illegality or violence of any kind. Edo people are peace-loving people. I am appealing to the president to please call Senator Monday Okpewolo to order. Edo indigenes are Nigerians. This is not the renewed hope he promised us. For crying out loud. The other day, Dr. Abati, you are a lawyer. A learned silk, an SCN, was harassed, intimidated, molested in the court premises in Edo. Police looked on while thugs, APC thugs, harassed this senior legal counsel. What is next now, what Edo people are saying, is for the APC thugs to open the courtroom and start to harass and intimidate judges. If they can flaunt court orders, total disregard for judgment, court judgments, and the police has refused to implement any of these judgments, what can the council chairmen do? They are in hiding. As we speak, the Uhuwommde local government chairman said on a video that he was lucky to be alive today. He was shot at. He escaped through the back door in Nigeria, and it's acceptable. You know, Dr. Abati, you know, we should not condone things like this. You know, human life has no value anymore. These are human beings, fathers, mothers, who went to work on the first day in 2025, shot at. They are in hospital.
Okay, Prince Odigie. Prince Odigie
refused to report it.
Prince Odigie, just before we start wrapping this up,
yes.
Let me ask you, there was another incident in Edo State where Jarrett Tenebe, APC chairman, described Mr. Asue Godalo and also former Governor Obaseki, saying these are people who are used to, stealing money and that they know how to pronounce figures. But that Okpewolo should not be taken to task for not knowing how to pronounce figures. But I know that the APC has since served notice of legal action. They've asked for an apology. They've asked for a retraction. Where are we with that matter? Just out of curiosity, has Tenebe apologized or is saying he stands by his statement?
You know, Dr. Abati, I hope you can recall when I raised the 5 million draft in favor of Monday Okpewolo, That is, if he's able to go to any national TV and read a balance sheet, that 5 million naira was his. And I told you on a rise here, Dr. Abati, that Senator Monday Okpebholo cannot read a balance sheet. Has he proved me wrong? He couldn't read figures. So for that of the APC acting chairman, you know, I know Dr. Aswe Godalo is in court, and as a lawyer himself, he will not begin to make derogatory statements about the APC chairman, and he's following what he's all to do. He's a civilized man, an enlightened, educated elite. He's in court. He has sued the acting chairman to court. You know, you cannot just make such statements. Only in Nigeria will people just, you know, insult people, lie blatantly, you know, without proof, and go scot-free. And what are they saying in Edo? He's in court. He will meet us there. Our leader is in charge of the judiciary. What can they do? Are they not flaunting orders of the court and judgments today? Is anything happening? Nothing is happening. Are they not, as their talks, not carrying guns in broad daylight? Is the police arresting anybody? The answer is no. Look at what is going on today in Edo. Is Edo not on the stage? Are we not helpless in Edo? Because they are APC people, and they are untouchable. They can break the rules. They can get away with murder. They can do whatever they like, and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. And this is a governor whose election is being challenged in court, has the audacity, with so much impunity,
on that note,
to disregard the judiciary.
On that note,
yes,
Prince Odigie would like to thank you very much.
You know, I want to quickly say this to you, Dr. Abati.
In less than a second.
Any councillor that transacts with does any financial transaction will go to jail. Any bank that honors their transactions will be liable. Nigerian banks, you know, Nigeria is not yet a banana republic that they claim that under Siwaju anything happens. The banks will be liable. Those councillors will go to jail in due course.
Okay, thank
you. Nigeria is governed by rule of law and the Constitution.
Thank you very much, Prince Odigie. Thank you very much indeed.